This is the CD that came of it, which was made in 1997. And in the CD there's a map, like a brain map of the whole project and all my ideas behind it, which kind of goes beyond the musical side of the project. And it's called The History of the World. So it looks like a bit like this. And maybe we should look at it in my other room, because I have a large copy here, and we can look at certain parts and dissect it. So that's it, really. That's the map, and that's, if it didn't have this, then I think the music would just could be like some piece of kitsch music, you know, some crossover experiment. But I think with this, as you say, the justification, it gives it a kind of edge, gives it maybe another dimension. So on this side we have it's the acid house side, which is about the birth of the music, how it came about with the technology, the 303 and the 808. The problems that happened after acid house because of the parties and the drugs and so on, which is the media hysteria. And this is the point where it becomes close to the brass bands. And so this is where they meet with hysteria, media hysteria, but also with civil disobedience, also with the criminal justice bill, which was a bill that was brought out to prevent people from meeting and dancing in a place in the open air. And it was this very severe penalties for organising illegal parties, but also it's a way of controlling groups of people. But also brass bands have connections with the mining industry and with industry in general. So you have pit bands, which is a band that would be with a mine, a pit. And that leads on to the miners' strike in 1984. The miners' strike leads to civil unrest because there was a lot of violence associated with the strike. And again leads to media hysteria, the point where the media were very anti the miners. So this is what it is, really. And it's the way, it's like I said, it's exactly what I was thinking when the words acid brass were put together, about how they relate all these things that happen, historical but also musical, not just in Britain but in America and Europe and so on. So this is the theory of the idea of acid brass, and now we'll hear what it's like in practice when we compare two songs. First is KLF, What Time Is Love? Now we'll play the version, the acid brass version by the Williams Fairey Band. Newton, I presume.
I think you are right.
This is Rodney Newton.
Hello.
The arranger of acid brass.
Acid brass is totally different to anything else I've ever worked on. My background is in classical music. Jeremy gave me the original tapes to listen to, or rather a tape of the original CDs, and I simply played them over and over again and took them down by dictation and wrote them into this computer and checked them from time to time by getting the computer to play back to me and checking it with the original to see that we got it right. And then Jeremy would come up to Manchester, where we rehearsed the pieces with the band, and he would listen to them and we'd make whatever adjustments we needed to. In semi-quavers, fellas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. No. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Right there. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. That's it.